My father came here in 1950 and was escaping war-torn Europe. And his family came here to get a better education, right? And to have a better life for themselves and for his brothers. Him and his brother slept in the same bed in the basement in Chicago, and that's where I met my mom, who's the daughter of Greek immigrants, and they came to Chicago, also hoping to have a better life and a better education. So, you know, my family in the 20th century really relied on the American public school system as a gateway to the middle class. So I was a teacher in the Little Haiti neighborhood of Miami, where my students like Gerald Jean Baptiste and Faradia Pierre are still students that I'm in touch with today. One's on her way to medical school, Gerald's working at Google now, and I taught 7th grade civics and 8th grade US history in a small portable out in the middle of the fields of John F. Kennedy Middle School. About a 2,000 kid middle school where parents and families, much like my own, you know, 100 years earlier, were coming to Miami seeking a better life, seeking a better education. And so I had a chance to work with students that were first and second generation immigrants. And I felt, you know, a close tie to them, given that we had similar family experiences. The achievement gap is a massive threat for this country, for our economy, and for our future. And we now have learned over the last decade that we can close the achievement gap, and we're seeing that possible in school after school after school. So now that we've proven that it's possible in so many schools, we have to make that a reality for all children and all families. And now that we know that it's possible, it keeps me up at night that we're not making that a reality for all. Much like a great teacher in every classroom is going to be one of the major keys to closing the achievement gap for this country, a great leader in every district and every state is going to be another key to making the achievement gap no longer a reality in this country. And so I believe in the people, I believe in the members. I've now had the opportunity to work for Secretary Murphy and Secretary Scandera. I've worked for 2 Chiefs for Change, and I believe in the people and what they stand for. And I believe that this type of community of people needs to drive the conversation forward. What do families want? What do kids want? And how do we make that a reality? What's happening as a result of this initiative is that diverse leaders with diverse perspectives from diverse backgrounds all over the country are coming together under a single mission. And I think that type of collaboration across the country, across districts and states, is exactly what we're going to need to advance the work. It's hard to put your finger on a day-to-day basis, but there is a sense of outrage that I have about the state of American public education and the promises that were made to immigrant families like mine that were not always fulfilled. And so my desire as a former US history teacher and as a former civics teacher to want to work in government, to make government a place where people can come together, to make government a place where a place for good, a place that serves students and families and is responsive to students and families, that moral outrage sparks and gets me out of bed every single morning and coming to work and working for, you know, state education organizations, right, that have often been considered bureaucratic entities. But we have to make those places a place where good gets done for kids.